Hello everyone, here we come on to the topic budget line. What is budget line? Budget line is also known as price line. Now we come on to the meaning. Budget line is the graphic representation of all the bundles, that is combination of two goods which a consumer can actually buy with his given income at a prevailing market prices. Kindly mention the word buy because this is a buying concept now. Now the same thing can be shown in the following diagram. We take purchase of good 1 on x-axis at a particular price and good 2 on y-axis. And we have drawn a line and we have put the equation of budget line on the budget line, that is P1 into x1 plus P2 into x2 equals to M. P1 stands for the price of good 1, x1 stands for the quantity of good 1, P2 stands for the price of good 2, x2 stands for the quantity of good 2, and the sum should be equal to M because price into quantity is equal to total expenditure. तो हमने दो goods पे जो expenditure किया है that should be equal to the given income, and that means कि we have to stay inside our budget. Shape of budget line is downward sloping straight line. As you can understand very well that there is an inverse relationship between the purchase of two goods. If you increase purchase of one good, the purchase of other good has to be decreased as we have a limited budget. Shape of budget line, it is negatively sloped because to buy more of a good, here good 1, the consumer must buy less of other good, here good 2 because consumer's income is fixed. This is what we have learned earlier. Next point, the slope of budget line is equal to ratio of prices of two goods, that is good 2 upon good 1. This is subject to budget constraint because money is just equal to income. So the slope of budget line can be written in the following form. Slope is equal to price of good 1 upon price of good 2. So these questions can become in your MCQ, and slope of budget line is an important question. Shift of the budget line. Budget line shifts rightward if consumers' income rises but prices of two goods remain unchanged. And second point says price of either of two goods falls but money income of the consumer remains unchanged. We'll be doing this through the curves in the coming slides. Now what is budget constraint? Budget constraint shows that a consumer can afford to spend within his given income and prevailing prices. He can spend no more than his given income. This is called budget constraint on compulsion. For example, if you have 100 rupees as your budget and you cannot purchase anything more than of 100 rupees, so 100 rupees is your budget constraint. Now we come on to the term budget set. It is the set of all the bundles, combination of two goods that the consumer can buy with his income at prevailing market prices. So budget set is referred to all the combinations which we have done on budget line. 100 रुपए के अंदर हम कितने combination बना सकते हैं दो goods के, that is budget set. Second point says budget line is drawn on the basis of budget set, of course. And the third point says the budget set, budget line changes when either of prices or income of the consumer change. So this is the diagram showing point A, B and C. A, B and C refers to the budget set because these are the different combinations of the purchase of good X and good Y. So this is how you can show budget set through diagram. Next, shift of budget line, which is another important topic. Shifts in budget line can occur due to two main reasons. If anyone asks you what are the two reasons for shift of budget line, so these are the two reasons you should mention. One is in change in income of the consumer. Second, change in price of the goods. And when we're talking about income, we're talking about real income, that is purchasing power. Now we come on to the shifts. You have to do various shifts and you have to be clear that how you shift the budget line. So now comes the first case. If M stands for money increases, the whole budget line will shift rightwards. Can you see in the diagram, if the money increases, we can buy more of good 1 and buy more of good 2. Therefore, the budget line will shift to the rightward towards the dotted line, as you can see through the arrow. Next, if M decreases, the whole budget line will shift leftward. This is just the opposite case of the previous one, and as you can see, the dotted line is towards leftward and the budget line has shifted towards leftward because we can buy less of both the commodities as the M has decreased. Next, if price of X increases, now can you see that we have taken good X on Y axis. अगर price of X बढ़ रहा है तो आप good X की quantity कम करेंगे. So as you can see through the arrow, on Y axis गुड एक्स की क्वांटिटी हमने कम कर दी, बट गुड वाई की क्वांटिटी इज द सेम. सो बजट लाइन इज नॉट गोइंग टू शिफ्ट इंटायरली, बट इस तरीके से एक चेंज दिखाएंगे हम गुड एक्स की क्वांटिटी में, बट गुड वाई विल बी एट द सेम पॉइंट. Next, if price of x decreases, now opposite of the previous case, अब द अपवर्ड एरो जो आपको दिख रहा है वो आपको क्या दिखा रहा है कि y एक्सिस पे गुड x की क्वांटिटी हमने रेज कर दी बिकॉज प्राइस डिक्रीज हुआ है. सो नाउ वी कैन बाय मोर ऑफ गुड x, बट गुड y अगेन रिमेन्स द सेम. सो नाउ डॉटेड लाइन कैन शो यू कि चेंज किस तरफ आया है. सिमिलरली इफ प्राइस ऑफ y इंक्रीजेस, अब y एक्सिस पे गुड x था, अब गुड x में कोई चेंज नहीं आएगा, चेंजेस किस में आएंगे, गुड y में. सो नाउ यू कैन सी ऑन x एक्सिस the leftward arrow shows that we have decreased the quantity of good y because price of good y has increased. In the similar way, if price of y decreases, the same thing will be done. अब good y की quantity हम बढ़ा देंगे and the rightward arrow shows that we have increased the quantity of good y, but good x की quantity is again going to be the same on y axis. लेकिन अगर हमें दोनों में चेंज आया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल प्राइस ऑफ वाई डिक्रीजेस एंड प्राइस ऑफ एक्स इंक्रीजेस, प्राइस ऑफ वाई डिक्रीज हुआ है तो वाई की क्वांटिटी बढ़ेगी एज यू कैन सी ऑन एक्स एक्सिस. प्राइस ऑफ एक्स इंक्रीज हुआ है तो एक्स की क्वांटिटी कम होगी एज यू कैन सी ऑन वाई एक्सिस थ्रू द बोल्ड एरोस. So this is how the budget line will be intersecting and the new dotted line is your real, now the new budget line. In the same way we take the opposite case. If price of y increases तो y की quantity हम कम कर देंगे on x axis through the leftward arrow, and अगर price of x decrease हुआ तो x की quantity हम बढ़ा देंगे on y axis through the upward arrow which you can see. I hope you enjoyed the video by Ridhima Sharma classes. For more videos, join our website acadha.com. Thank you.